You know that music? That's the sound of shopping for car insurance the old way. Life's too short for that. Jerry makes car insurance easier. Open the app, answer a few questions, and Jerry pulls up to 20 quotes from top insurers. Then choose and switch right in the app. No re-entering your information. No saxophone solos. And Jerry keeps checking rates for you. So you're not back on hold 6 months from now. Visit jerry.ai/Libsyn today.
You want to get your backyard summer ready, but you don't want to break the bank? Wayfair gets it. Planning on dining al fresco or relaxing poolside? Wayfair has everything you need to prep your space. Shop now and save up to 70% off during Wayfair's 4th of July clearance. Score huge deals on outdoor furniture, area rugs, and more. We're talking thousands of products for every style and budget. Plus, surprise flash deals July 6th. Don't wait. Shop Wayfair's 4th of July clearance now through July 6th at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hello, my name's David Seaman, and this is the Three Lions Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Three Lions Podcast. My name is Russell Osborne and this is an independent England football supporters podcast. I hope you're keeping well in this heat. Now at the start of the tournament, I'd watch the early games, the 8, the 9pm kickoffs, take me through till about, 11 o'clock? Then I'd wake up the following morning, catch up with the highlights before I scrolled through my phone, making sure I could watch them without knowing the results. But with this heat, it's just so hard to get to sleep. So I've been pushing through some of the later games, the 11pms or the 1am kickoffs. There's no point in tossing and turning when you can be watching Ecuador, Germany, or Colombia, DR Congo, is there? Hope you enjoyed the recent episodes. Been plenty of them. It's all become a bit of a mishmash with regards to trying to speak with people and try and keep up with everything. Really appreciate you sticking with me. Always appreciated. Don't forget you can keep up with the show on social media. Just search Three Lions Podcast on your device. Also, if you can, why not drop a rating or a review on your listening platform of choice? I don't know, be it iTunes, Spotify. That is always appreciated too. Now, the last episode, I took a look back on the Ghana game with England fan and journalist and author Asif Burhan, who's written a brand new book entitled The Other Side of the Hand of God. It's a cracking read. I know it's effectively a book about a game England lost, but there's so much more about it. And when someone's put so much effort into researching and writing such a book, I think the least it deserves is a pick up and a read of the spiel on the back of your dust jacket in your local bookshop. And I think once you've done that, you'll consider handing your money over. Hello? What was that? That noise is one of the most annoying, I think, of this World Cup. As far as I'm aware, it's a noise, an announcement noise within the stadiums that tells us that there's been a goal scored in another game. And it's been quite apparent in these last group games when games have been played at the same time and scores can have an effect on the game that's being played in front of you. But it's so annoying, isn't it? This airport departure like announcement noise. I'm hoping that now we're into the knockouts, the round of 32, the round of 16 and so forth, that noise isn't going to be with us anymore. What do I know? Now, with England having defeated Panama 2-0 in their last group game, it means we top the group ahead of Croatia, who beat Ghana 2-1, and we now head into the round of 32 to face DR Congo, or Congo DR, Dr. Congo. I hope to release an episode fairly soon, looking back on Panama and looking ahead to our opponents in that game very soon. So please do stay subscribed and you'll not miss it. But I wanted to get this episode out as soon as I knew where England would be playing. You may remember in the run-up to the tournament, I spoke with representatives from the Dallas, the Boston, and the New Jersey / New York tourist boards. That one went down really well. Got a lot of feedback on that one. People found it quite helpful, so it's quite rewarding. So as a place in the round of 32 was confirmed, I looked into where we were likely to be playing next. Threw some emails out there, and I was delighted when the great guys at discoveratlanta.com replied. So if you're heading out to Atlanta, or perhaps if you're already out there and making a road trip that way, I really hope this will be of help to you.
Are you noticing your car insurance rate creep up even without tickets or claims? You're not alone. That's why there's Jerry, your proactive insurance assistant. Jerry handles the legwork by comparing quotes side by side from over 50 top insurers so you can confidently hit buy. No spam calls, no hidden fees. Jerry even tracks rates and alerts you when it's best to shop. Drivers who save with Jerry could save over $1,300 a year. Don't settle for higher rates. Download the Jerry app or visit jerry.ai/libsyn today. That's jerry.ai/libsyn.
Now, with England making it through to the round of 32 in top spot, it means our next port of call will be in the city of Atlanta in the state of Georgia. And I'll tell you what, with this World Cup, my American geography is getting a whole lot better. Georgia. If you just look on the map, it's the state just above Florida, city of Atlanta. It's near the top half of the state. Let's say that. But what do I know about Atlanta? I know it's the birthplace of Martin Luther King. It's Coca-Cola HQ. But I think my main knowledge is that it hosted the 1996 Summer Olympics. But I want to know more, and I know you want to know more too. And who better to tell us more is Senior Director of International Tourism at discoveratlanta.com. Hello to Brandon Barnes. Brandon, hello.
Hey, Russell. Great talking with you.
Likewise. Thank you very much for joining us on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
How's the World Cup been treating you so far?
Oh, man, it has been fantastic. This is probably the most exciting time I've ever been seen in the city. I mean, you mentioned the Olympics. I was actually here for that, but this just has such an energy and such a great feeling for the city. It's been so amazing.
Oh, great stuff. Because some of the news in the lead up to it was a little negative. So to hear you say that is good, and it's good for the community, good for the area.
It is. It's been great to see the visitors enjoying Atlanta, but it's also great to see the locals who might not have come downtown in a long time, and you just see all these different cultures coming together. It's been so fun.
Excellent. Well, England are coming to town. It's not the first game that the city has hosted. You've already had Spain against Cape Verde, the Czech Republic against South Africa, Spain against Saudi Arabia too. How did they go down?
They went really, really well. So even just a few days ago, we had Haiti versus Morocco, and the energy again was just fantastic. Of course, having Spain, one of the top teams in the world, here for 2 matches was great. I mean, you'd see that the red of the Spain fans here, but I mean, even small countries like Cabo Verde. I actually was at that match, and the noise level between the two was almost even, which you would never expect. So it was really exciting.
They've been a real nice surprise actually to the World Cup. Well, you're here to give us a little bit of help, some hints and tips about Atlanta. I'm guessing that for those people coming in to Atlanta, they're going to be coming in vast majority into the airport, I believe. Is that straightforward into the airport, onto the city?
It is. So one of the things, and you mentioned a lot of things that Atlanta is known for, but the other thing that people know is the airport. Of course, we're actually the busiest airport in the world, and Delta Airlines is headquartered here. So, but the great thing about Atlanta is that to get from the airport to the city, it's only about 15 or 20 minutes. Super easy. We have public transportation that goes directly from the terminals in the airport to downtown where the matches are being played. So it's very easy to get from the airport into the city.
And is that just a straightforward ticket to get on?
It is. So actually, the system is called MARTA, MARTA. It's not, a super complicated system like you guys are used to in England, but it is from the airport to downtown. I think it's about 7 or 8 stops. It's a straight shot, $2.50, and as far as you want to go on the system, but from the airport to downtown. And it's a tap in, tap out system that they've just recently implemented. So you don't need to buy a ticket. You don't need to buy a separate card. You can just sort of tap your card and come downtown.
Sounds dead easy.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
There you go. Busiest airport in the world?
In the world. I think last year they did roughly 108 million passengers through there. So it's a huge airport.
I've got to be honest, Heathrow must be just slightly behind then, is it?
You would think that, right? You would always think, oh, London, Beijing. And it is, it's close. But, this is all including domestic numbers as well, of course.
No, fair enough. Okay, so once people have got into the city, you would hope that they've got their accommodation sorted and they're not just like dragging their bags around the streets. But is there any particular areas of the city that you've found that fans have settled in for a few days?
I don't know if there's a certain area. So I will say we do have 3 sort of main hotel areas. We have the downtown area, which is the area that is right near the stadium. It's right near the Fan Fest. And there's about 13,000 hotel rooms in and around there. And so that would be the closest you could get. Of course, that might also be, some of the priciest. But we also have areas called Midtown, which is only, 1.5 miles, 2 miles away from downtown.
Okay.
As well as Buckhead. And all 3 of those areas have tons of hotel options from, economy stays to first class, boutique hotels. So you have all sorts of options in and around Atlanta.
Okay. And do you say what, from different price grades?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't looked at it that recently, but I'd say you'd probably find something anywhere between $150, $175, up to the $700, 5-star hotel range. But it's definitely, I think, more affordable than it was when they first announced it. So
right, yeah, gotcha. You mentioned the fan fests there. How have they been to the city? Whereabouts are they?
So this is what's fantastic. Again, you mentioned the Olympic Games, and so a legacy of that was that there was this whole area created right in the center of downtown called Centennial Olympic Park, and this is where the Fan Fest is, and it's right, within walking distance of the stadium. It's near all the hotels. It's near all the major attractions. And that has really been the highlight of this whole event for us. We have tens of thousands of people going down there every day, whether they have tickets to the matches or not, because they're showing the games. They have food and drink, and it's just right in the middle of downtown. So it's been such a great thing for us here in the city.
The stadium for the Olympics back in '96, is that still in use? Is that what the main stadium is now?
Good question. We love to build new stadiums here in Atlanta. So it is not. The stadium that was created for the Olympics after those games became our baseball stadium for our major league team, the Braves. Then a few years after that, they decided they needed a new stadium. So the Olympic Stadium is now being used by one of our local universities, Georgia State. Where the matches are being played, Atlanta Stadium, is a stadium that was built in 2017 for our NFL Atlanta Falcons, as well as for our Major League Soccer team, the Atlanta United. And it's spectacular. It's really one of the top stadiums in the world. It's so nice.
Yeah, I've seen some of the footage of games being played inside the ground there, and they've shown sort of aerial shots from outside of it. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's like a hexagonal exterior to it that almost looks like they will overlap each other.
That's right. I think the best way to describe it's almost like a camera shutter, right? So
yes.
The way that the panels open and close is sort of like that. Of course, for the World Cup matches, the roof is being closed the entire time. But when they do decide to open it, it opens and closes within 15 minutes. It's a really pretty amazing technology that they have there.
Real feat of engineering. Isn't it officially for the World Cup? It's the Atlanta Stadium, isn't it? But it's
Right.
got a rather big Mercedes-Benz logo on the top, hasn't it?
So, and that's actually interesting too, because they've done a great job of covering up all the Mercedes-Benz around the outside of the stadium, like most stadiums have. But that was one part that just could not be covered, was the Mercedes on the roof.
Oh.
So when you said you saw an aerial of that, I was like, oh gosh, that's.
No, I like those. That sort of thing that just maybe slips past. Infantino has missed that one.
Yeah, they don't let him have helicopter rides over the top.
Yeah, it's a stadium of 73,000, I think. So there's a lot of people inside there that will get to see the game. I mean, getting to and from the stadium, is it straightforward?
Very straightforward. Again, Atlanta is so walkable. You really, for visitors coming here, I mean, don't even think about renting a car or doing anything like that. I mean, it's so easy to get from, if you're in downtown, it's you can walk to the stadium within 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the very most. And even if you're in those other areas, taking MARTA to a downtown station, again, very quick walk. It's so centrally located, which I think is what's making this so fun, because the stadium is right near the Fan Fest, and then you have all these other watch parties going on, and everything has just become so centralized downtown that it's so fun.
Yeah, because that's one of the things I have heard about some of the other hosting cities, that their stadium is a fair distance outside of the city that's claiming to host it. So this sounds like a real key point.
I mean, I'll also mention our other arena, State Farm Arena, which is usually for our NBA Hawks. They have a whole concert series going on as well. So they have major acts like Shakira coming through and Ariana Grande. So, you have all these concerts and musical acts that are happening around World Cup as well during the months of June and July.
So if someone was coming to the game and they thought, actually, the night before, I want to go and see someone who's performing, where's the best place to get tickets for that?
I would say, going directly to the arena's website, statefarmarena.com, would be the easiest to check that. But if you go to our website, which is discoveratlanta.com, we have a listing of all the events happening in and around the World Cup. And so it'll list all the musical events happening, the watch parties, and all sorts of things like that. So
you've got this prepared down to a T.
We've been ready for this for years.
Awesome. Excellent. That's what you want, preparation. So, someone's coming for the game. They think to themselves, right, I want to go and see a gig the night before, but what do I do during the day? Hopefully the weather will be nice. Where can they go see and do?
Well, so if they want to see some of our major attractions, we have some really world-class attractions like the World of Coca-Cola. You mentioned Atlanta is the home of Coke. So they have a really fun, it's a family-friendly museum that talks about the history of Coca-Cola. You can try all their different beverages that they own around the world. It's a really, really fun place to go, right next to the Fan Fest. And then right next to that is the Georgia Aquarium, which is one of the largest aquariums in the world. Get inside, get some air conditioning, get out of heat, and see some beautiful ocean life, again, right there on Centennial Park. We also have something called the Atlanta Beltline. So Atlanta started as a railroad town. And so it was circled by these railroad tracks that went out of use when highways came into play. But they've been redone and reinvented in these hiking, biking trails that circled the city. It's about, in total, it will be about 22 miles of trails. Okay. And it connects all the different neighborhoods in Atlanta. But along the way, as you go, there's breweries, there's shops, there's public artwork, there's restaurants. And it's a really, really cool way to experience the city of Atlanta, because you're kind of walking this trail that links all the different neighborhoods.
And so you can cycle that as well?
Yes, that's right. And there's bicycles available for rent.
That was what I was going to ask. Yeah, if you can. Are these ones where you can just sort of tap your card on, like we have here in London, and you just take it, unhook it, and go?
We do have some of those that are available, but there's also some where it would be a traditional sort of, I want to rent this for a couple hours. And, yeah.
Ah, okay. And is it generally flat?
It is, yeah.
Weather this time of year. I mean, we've seen some parts of the of the games have been affected by rain, but other have been hot and sunny. What's the general weather forecast in this time of year, Atlanta?
I mean, it's like those UK summers that you guys have, right? Hot and sticky.
on the very odd occasion. Oh.
No, I mean, I've got to be honest about this. July, it is hot, especially for English visitors here. Yeah. So you do need to be prepared for heat and humidity. Staying hydrated, of course, is very important. Rain, Atlanta is sort of semi-tropical. So we do have afternoon showers sometimes that pop up. I mean, like you would see in sort of Florida and other areas like that. That's a little bit unpredictable, to be honest with you. But, so far we've had beautiful weather.
Staying hydrated. That's what we need to get on to. Food and
drink.
You,
that's the key. Yeah. That is the key. Staying hydrated.
Food and drink.
With water.
Oh, that's what you mean. That's what you mean. Well, plenty of water is available. Isn't it the only... What's the branded water that FIFA have? Is it smart water they're only allowed?
Oh, I don't know that. That's probably right.
That was one of the stories that's been doing the rounds here, where obviously that they've taken the branding of the stadium off, and Heinz ketchup isn't a sponsor. So
I've seen that. Oh, yeah.
And I think the water is smart water, but there we go. Yeah. Atlanta or Georgia, what's the food of the state? What should someone who's thinks, right, I want to try something a little bit different?
Well, as you mentioned in your introduction, Georgia is in the southern states. So you do have sort of that traditional southern food if you wanted to try that, like, fried chicken or southern pulled pork barbecue. If you wanted to get fried chicken, we've got some great local places where it's going to be, that traditional fried chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens. And then the southern barbecue is sort of, it's grilled pork or it's ribs. But what's great about Atlanta is that because it's the largest city in this whole southern region, it's become very cosmopolitan. And we've had people move here from all different cultures. So the food scene in Atlanta is absolutely amazing. And then you can try all different types of food.
You're making me hungry. Go on, we've got to get on to the beer of choice. What England fans, you may have heard, we like a beer occasionally, as do the Scottish fans. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I heard Scotland drink Boston Dry. Is that?
Word on the street, yes.
Yeah.
Has Atlanta got a beer of choice there?
I don't know if we have a beer of choice. What has happened in the past 10 or 15 years, we've had some really cool craft breweries open up. So, and a lot of these breweries are open to the public and are great places to visit as well. So we have places like Sweetwater Brewing, Monday Night Brewing. We have one called Wild Leap. Scofflaw is another one. So there's a lot of local breweries where you can get a good taste of Atlanta.
That's it. Perfect. Have you got a particular tipple of choice if you drink?
Yeah, you know what? Lately I'm on the IPAs.
Oh, yeah.
There's one called Scofflaw Basement, which I like a lot. Basement IPA. But again, all of these have such good beers. I mean, you can't go wrong, to be honest with you.
Always good for a recommendation.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of also local pubs that the English fans can go to. There's one called Brewhouse Cafe, which has been considered one of the best football bars in America. So even if they want
NFL football, or football,
no, I'm fully in on your language now.
Okay, gotcha.
I haven't even been there yet, but there's a new Irish pub that opened up right near the stadium called the Irish Exit, right, which is actually owned by one of the commentators for our MLS Atlanta United team here. There's another place where I like to take my English friends called Northside Tavern. They have live music. It's a dive bar for sure, but it's also a lot of fun, and it's a great local place.
Okay, and where's that?
That is on Northside Drive. Oh, I mean, again, I keep saying this, but it's 3 to 4 miles from the stadium. I mean, you could walk out the stadium and take a right, and you would hit it,
gotcha,
in no time.
That's some great recommendations there. Thank you so much. Let's finish off though with the back to the football, how do you see the World Cup going? Do you see a winner from some of the games that you've seen so far?
I think so. This whole event, like I said, we've been planning for 4 years now. So it seems like it's been such a big part of my life. And having the event here has been, just so fantastic. But what I'm also looking forward to is the future. All these people, all not just coming to Atlanta, but to America in general, and their impressions of the country and everything they're seeing and doing. And so I see that as really a win for us moving forward and having more people come and visit us here in Atlanta.
Yeah, legacy is what.
That's exactly right. Yeah,
it was what was used after our Olympics here. Just quickly before we wrap up, if people are coming to the city, what's the best way to maybe get in touch with you guys, or if they want to look online for some assistance?
Yeah, again, I would say go to our website, which is discoveratlanta.com, and then we're on all the social media channels as well. Facebook, Instagram, X. So we're giving constant updates as well. So
you sound like you've all this preparation is paying off.
We're ready. We're ready for England.
Great to hear. Brandon, thank you so much for your time. Brandon from discoveratlanta.com.
Thank you, Russell.
Thank you so much to Brandon there. Should also thank Samantha Joyner as well at discoveratlanta.com. We all got together and thrashed that out. So thank you so much for your help. Now, as I said, I hope to be taking a look back at the Panama game very soon. So stick with me. I've got a few other things I need to do on a Sunday. But before I leave you, can I just mention that the nominations for the Football Content Awards are now open. Last year, the show was lucky enough to come second and win silver in the Best Podcast International category. It'd be lovely to be nominated again. And should you want to, head towards footballcontentawards.com and you can go from there. And don't forget, it's not just this podcast. There's so many great content creators out there that I'm sure you listen to, be it England, be it international football, be it domestic football, be it non-league football, be it whatever football related. Go and nominate them over at footballcontentawards.com. So yeah, make sure you give all your favourites a nomination. Okay, let's leave it there. Thank you so much for listening. Always appreciated. As I say, don't forget you can follow the show on social media. Just search 3 Lions Podcast. I'll be back with you very soon. I hope you can join me for it. So until then, take care of yourselves. Cheers.